follow this channel, you probably know that I'm a huge Dexter fan. And with that, and with some of the new content we've been getting, there was a giant surprise and relief in the fact that the prequel, Dexter Original Sin, was actually really damn good and really damn entertaining, and it felt like there was a lot of potential there. I put out a short about this, I think 4 days ago or something, but it's looking like Dexter Original Sin has been canceled, which is so weird because it was officially renewed for another season, only for them to pull it and crawl it back and decide, no, we're not going to go forward with this. And I think it's confusing for a number of different reasons. And first of all, Dexter's a cash cow. This prequel series, I think, was the second highest viewed show on Paramount Plus, literally only second to Dexter New Blood. And not only was it highly viewed, a lot of people were watching it, enjoying it. It got really good reviews too. After kind of the polarizing ending of New Blood, it was good that with this prequel, you were getting the fans back on board, rebuilding some trust, and now with Resurrections doing so well and being really well liked, it just seemed like they were building from strength to strength. So with the fact that Original Sin was so highly viewed, the fact that it was so well liked, well accepted by the fans, which could have been tough because without Michael C. Hall, you have a very difficult situation where this actor is very synonymous with this character. Giant shoes to fill. I think his name's Patrick Gibson, the guy who plays Dexter in Original Sin, did a really good job of finding that balance, finding that younger, kind of more awkward Dexter that's still figuring out who he is. And they leave a lot of dangling plot threads, a lot of things that we didn't know, especially with Ice Truck, Harry, stuff like that could have extended well into the future of this show, but they decided not to do that. It's a gigantic disappointment. It's a giant missed opportunity, I think, to not continue this. I think maybe part of it might be that they want Resurrections to continue, so maybe they want to focus on that and not have to worry about getting bogged down in a prequel, more confusing timeline stuff. But I don't know why they would start to go forward with this only to pull the plug. Maybe they just want to make room exclusively for Resurrection, but I don't really know why we can't have both. I don't really see there being an oversaturation of how the fans feel about this. Maybe they just felt like they needed to keep the focus on Resurrection. They didn't have enough room for two, but I really do think that they would have been fine if they just continued with both and maybe spaced them out a bit from each other to give them room to breathe. It would also give both teams of both shows more time to kind of craft what they're going to do next if they go maybe Resurrection once every 2 years and then Original Sin once every 2 years. It would give both creative teams more time to think of good avenues to take next. And then they could have just built out these two shows that are both extremely well liked, assuming that they would have continued being good. I mean, Original Sin was well liked. Resurrections is extremely well liked and considered almost on par with one of the first 4 seasons. But this kind of brings me to what I think that the fans need to do next. And I think what the fans need to do is kind of try and push things, make demands. I was going to actually make my own petition, but someone beat me to it, and there is a petition to save Dexter Original Sin, which I'm happy to see that I don't have to make it myself. But I will be linking it below for the video. I signed it. I think over 50,000 people have already signed it, which is awesome to see. And I think that we need to do this, fan campaign. And who knows, maybe we could save this show if the fans are vocal enough, if they non-toxically advocate for this to come back. I mean, I think we could just do the same kind of Snyder Cut type movement where we make sure that Paramount knows how much the fans really dug this and that we want to see more. Hopefully that demand is good enough to where they actually take it seriously and move forward with the show, with how well liked it is, with how well viewed it was. It makes no sense to me why they wouldn't, especially if the fans cry out and vocally support this show coming back. I really hope to see it. I really hope that we get it. And hopefully this is something that can be undone and this show maybe can be saved in the same way that Daredevil was. I'm going to link it below. Like I said, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'd love to hear. I'm GM Light. Have a good one.